Weddings were supposed to be about love, loyalty, and vows that bound two souls together. For me, this particular wedding was meant to be nothing more than a celebration of a close friend tying the knot. But it ended up becoming the night my own marriage shattered. The night I discovered that the woman I vowed to spend my life with had already broken every promise we once made. Emily and I had been married for 6 years. Our relationship, at least on the surface, looked picture perfect. We hosted dinners, smiled in photos, and spoke like the model couple people envied. But I had started noticing cracks, missed calls, late nights, vague girls' outings, and the occasional slip in her tone when she mentioned certain names. Still, I brushed it off, convincing myself she was just stressed, that we were both caught up in the grind of daily life. The wedding was lavish, chandeliers glowing golden, flowers draped across every table, and music echoing through the grand hall. Emily looked stunning in her dress, the kind of beauty that always made me feel lucky to call her mine. For a while, I let myself get lost in the atmosphere, greeting friends, raising toasts, and enjoying the celebration. That is, until I noticed her. Emily was standing too close to a man I didn't recognize at first. Their laughter was louder than the music, their body language too intimate for strangers. Her hand brushed his arm. His lips lingered near her ear as he whispered something that made her giggle like a teenager. My heart sank, but I kept my face calm, scanning the room to see if anyone else noticed. No one did. They were too caught up in the joy of the evening. I didn't confront her immediately. I watched, observed. Her eyes lit up in ways I hadn't seen in months. She was glowing, but not for me. For him. And when I finally caught a clear view of his face, my chest tightened. It was Mark, a colleague of hers I'd met once before. The same man whose name had come up casually in her conversations, always brushed off with a quick, "Oh, he's just a friend from work." As the night progressed, their flirting grew bolder. I excused myself, slipping away unnoticed, my mind racing. Confronting her in public would cause a scene, but something in me stirred. Not rage, not sadness, but clarity. If Emily was bold enough to betray me here, at a wedding of all places, then she was daring me to notice. And I would. But on my terms. I stayed silent through the rest of the night, pretending nothing was wrong. She smiled at me, even kissed my cheek once. The same lips that had just been whispering secrets to him. My restraint wasn't weakness, it was preparation. I wasn't going to shout or cry. I was going to dismantle her world. The next morning, I began my quiet work. While Emily slept off her hangover from too many champagne toasts, I gathered what I needed. Bank statements, legal documents, passwords I'd memorized over time. I already knew she had been dipping into our savings for trips with friends. Now I traced them, finding receipts that didn't match her stories. Hotels, dinners, expenses that painted the full picture. I met with a lawyer that very week. We went through everything, our assets, the house, the accounts. It turned out Emily had left a trail of betrayal, so wide it was impossible to miss once I looked closely. And here's the cruel twist. Her infidelity gave me leverage. For weeks, I remained calm at home. I still kissed her goodbye when she left for work. I still asked about her day. She had no idea the ground beneath her feet was being pulled away piece by piece. I wasn't angry anymore. I was resolved. The confrontation came one evening over dinner. She was glowing again, her phone lighting up every few minutes with messages she thought I couldn't see. She excused herself to the bathroom. And that's when I spoke. "Emily," I said when she returned, "I know about you and Mark." Her fork froze halfway to her mouth. "What are you talking about?" she asked, trying to feign innocence. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't need to. "I saw you at the wedding. I've seen the receipts. I've seen enough." The color drained from her face. For once, she had no words, no quick excuse, no witty cover. That silence told me everything. "I'm not here to argue," I continued. "I've already spoken to a lawyer. Papers are being prepared. You'll be out of this house by next month. The accounts? Frozen. The car you drive? Not in your name. Everything you thought you could lean on, it's gone." She finally spoke, voice trembling. "You can't just." "Oh, I can." I cut her off, calm as ever. "Because while you were busy chasing someone else, I was making sure everything was protected. I loved you, Emily. I gave you everything. And you decided it wasn't enough. So now, you'll have nothing from me. Tears filled her eyes, but I didn't feel pity. The woman who once shared my dreams had chosen betrayal over love. The wedding that was supposed to celebrate union had revealed her disloyalty. In the weeks that followed, I watched her unravel. Mark, the man she thought she'd run to, backed away the moment he realized the mess she was in. Friends who once envied our perfect marriage now whispered about her betrayal. She tried to beg, tried to apologize, but her words were empty. I was done. The day she left the house for good, I stood at the doorway and simply said, "You wanted freedom. Now you have it. Just not the way you imagined." She walked away in silence, her world crumbling behind her. And me? I didn't just lose a wife, I shed a weight. At that wedding, she betrayed me openly. But in the end, I took away everything she loved. Her comfort, her security, her illusion of control. And the best part? I didn't need to raise my voice or cause a scene. My silence, my calm dismantling of her world, was louder than any outburst could have been. Because sometimes the coldest revenge isn't fire, it's ice.